Well, well, if it isn't the Traveler. It's been a while for sure. Didn't expect to see you in Nod-Krai. Oh, if only. Nod-Krai's even more lawless than I could have imagined. How should I put it? Well, that's just it. This place is quite literally a lawless land. Even if I was hired to provide legal assistance, I suspect it'd all devolve into everyone resorting to the Final Defense Manifesto to air their grievances. Ta-da! Here's your answer. The most direct method of self-defense. Okay, enough of that. The reason I came to Nod-Krai is to gather material for the new legal guidebook I'm co-authoring with Shinobu. The book's theme centers on the borders of law, and one of its chapters is about what happens when law and order completely breaks down. There's no way I'd be able to get an accurate picture of that back in Liyue. So here I am, this infamous land of lawlessness. As soon as I stepped into Nod-Krai, I knew I was in the right place. It's not like the law here has broken down. It's more like it never existed at all. And unsurprisingly, I haven't run into a single person in my line of work. Being a legal consultant here is probably an easy way to starve. Hey, don't worry. I've got Adeptus blood, remember? Ordinary bandits can't even scratch me. In fact, I'm kind of waiting for someone to come and accost me. Then I can drag them aside and interview them on how they survive in such a hostile place. Yeah, you have no idea. I spent so long convincing her to let me leave. I'm sure my horns grew out a little. Why, yes, we talked it through. I definitely did. Yes? Yeah. Granny just loves me to bits, you know, and we spoke for ages. Anyway, I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got an appointment with, the Curatorium of Secrets, that's it. So, without further ado, I'll be getting a move on. See you! Bye! Ah! Running late again.
Miss, are those antlers on your head?
Wow, they look just like deer antlers.
I bet they are. Just like us Frost Moon Scions.
Yeah, our Lady Moonchanter, Miss Lauma, also has a pair of really pretty antlers.
I don't fully understand what's going on, but I'm quite sure my horns and hers aren't the same thing.
I know! Miss Lauma's horns go up and yours go down. Wow! Are you also a Moonchanter, miss?
Moonchanter? Well, I don't think I am. Moonchanter? That's a foreign term to me. I think Granny once mentioned an Adeptus who is related to the moon, but I don't think they were a Moonchanter, were they? Oh, no, wait! Granny told me not to tell outsiders about Adepti. So what should I say to these kids?
But your horns are just as pretty as hers.
Miss, can you talk to animals like Miss Lauma can?
Oh, hey! My savior's here! Hey, Traveler! Over here! Let's skip that first. I need you to save me right now. If these kids keep asking me questions, I won't be able to hide my identity as an Adeptus for much longer.
Ina, Kari, it's good to be welcoming to our guests, But if you ask too many questions, you may come off as impolite.
Ah! Miss Lauma! Yeah, you're right. Sorry, Longhorn Miss. We asked too many questions.
Sorry. It's just that we've never seen someone from outside the Scions with horns. So...
All right. Come, Ina, Kari. You two should go home. I saw your parents on the way here. They must be worried sick searching for you.
They're searching? Oh no! It's way past dinner time!
We're dead meat. Daddy's going to scold me. Bye-bye, Miss Lauma. And bye-bye, Longhorn Miss.
Oh, thanks for your help, Lauma. I don't know how I would have wriggled out of this otherwise. Oh, I should have stayed in the library to search for information like you advised. Didn't think I'd be ambushed the instant I stepped outside.
No need to blame yourself, Yanfei. The children are merely curious beyond their years and unaccustomed to seeing outsiders with horns. I apologize on their behalf for the discourtesy. It's fortunate that the Finches came to tell me you were surrounded by Ina and Kari. It seems my arrival proved timely.
It's all right. I should have known better.
That we are. Yanfei came to visit us Frostmoon's Scions 2 days ago, saying that she wished to gather some reading materials. Since she came to study, I invited her to stay.
Lauma's been a big help. I've gleaned lots of valuable information from the Scion's library. Maybe even stuff that'll give Shinobu a surprise.
You're too kind, Yanfei. You were merely browsing our archives and writing down some of our customs. Although, I do not understand these borders of law you mentioned. As long as your time here has proven fruitful, then all is well.
The borders of law are essentially... On second thought, it's not the sort of thing where a short explanation will suffice. Once the book's done, we'll just send you a few copies. It should be clear once you read it. It's a universal law book that should be concise, engaging, informative, and easy to understand. We'll cover legal concepts, as well as the regulations present in many nations.
Is that so? Well, then I look forward to reading your work, Yanfei. I believe the children will be interested too.
I promise it'll be interesting. I guess I should head back to the library and continue my transcribing for now. See you both around.
I hope our Adeptus finds what she's looking for. She told me everything on her first visit. I must admit, seeing an Adeptus with horns fills me with a sense of familiarity. I listened to her many stories of Liyue's Adepti, and in exchange I granted her access to our library. In that, she has thus far proved most rule-abiding. A praiseworthy virtue, I must say. Is that so? Well, that's wonderful. She did mention a certain white horse Adeptus while telling me of Liyue's legends. If memory serves, our books do chronicle a divine envoy who once dwelled on the moon. Now, do not concern yourself overly with a mere flight of fancy on my part. But now that we have broached the subject, far apart though Liyue and Nod-Krai might be, both have always bathed in the moonlight. I pray that the people of Liyue may also be blessed by the moon and lead lives of peace and prosperity. There's no need to apologize. I wasn't sleeping, merely resting my eyes. Besides, this child heard your footsteps and told me of your approach. Animals sense more than we humans. No doubt this is a blessing from the Creator. It acknowledges you as a kind soul. This child persuaded me to trick you by pretending to fall asleep. Let's see if she spies on you or tries to steal your food. Though I have faith in your noble character, even I couldn't help but be a little bit curious about what you would do. Besides, it seemed harmless enough. Can you forgive us? Oh, I completely forgot to ask. What is it that brings you here? So that's how it is. I thank you for your concern. All is well with me. As it so happens, we received a large amount of fresh fruit today. Perhaps you'd like to eat some with me? It doesn't wish to leave us. After a lot of lounging around, it's enjoying the commotion. May your road ahead be smooth.
There we go, another task done and dusted.
Seize the skies!
It's you, traveler. I trust you're well. No, that's not it at all. It's just, my antlers are quite heavy. I almost toppled over. It gave me quite a shock. Indeed it does. As you've seen, my antlers are bigger than everyone else's. It can get quite exhausting whenever I have to walk long distances. Which is why I try to find the time to come here and rest whenever I can. I fear I must have nodded off this time, however. I'm afraid nothing much helps beyond finding somewhere to sit down every now and then and taking a rest. Miss Aino once offered to produce a mechanical device that would help support my neck and antlers. While I was grateful, it didn't seem to be entirely... how should I put it? Yes, that's a fine choice of word. Someone in my role needs to maintain a certain image. As Moon Chanter of the Frost Moon Scions, it would be unseemly to appear in public with a machine around my neck. Indeed. That's actually... I must say I found that quite the amusing mental image. Thank you. A good laugh was exactly what I needed to chase the tiredness away. Don't be a stranger. Feel free to drop by whenever you're passing through. I'll make sure we have all the fresh fruit you can eat. Finally, some progress at last. Now, to somehow put all these things back where they belong. I know, There's petrified seeds of an ancient tree, fossilized animal bones, colorful stones. More deposit boxes that people buried for safekeeping. Wish boxes, letters with photos enclosed. Well, weasel thieves have a different perspective on value from us. It seems like this one just bagged anything and everything that grabbed its attention. The seeds and rocks will be easy enough to deal with, but those storage boxes and wish boxes will have been buried with the express purpose of digging them up at a later date. Thanks for the kind offer, but I've already engaged another slightly more mature weasel thief to handle this. It will be in charge of moving all the items back to their original spots. After all, the kid's heart was in the right place. Making it put everything back where it found it would break its poor little heart.
Will the other weasel thief you hired tell the first one everything?
Hopefully not. The little one prefers to live on its own and act solo, so they're unlikely to meet. It also has a short attention span. Give it half a month, and I'd be very surprised if it still remembers anything it dug up. I speak their language, and I've had the privilege of their company for a long time. It's only natural that I've come to understand them, no different from making friends. By contrast, other people can't understand what animals are saying, so they're bound to make mistakes when trying to understand them. That's why, in a lot of literature on the topic, phrases like bestial nature are rife with negative connotations, while human nature is seen in a more rounded light. You're right. I'm sure those books would have turned out quite differently if they were written by a wolf or a rhyme-horned deer. In any case, to me, human nature and bestial nature are both simply nature. Whether human or beast, all have moments of courage and of cowardice, times of both greed and rage. We all rejoice in our successes and mourn our failures. These experiences are neither inherently human nor inherently animal. They are a part of our shared nature, a nature bestowed upon all living things by Mother Nature herself. I do sometimes wonder whether the world around us might have turned out for the better if humans and animals could communicate with each other. But I know it is but a fantastical idea that can never be. Then there are those who reject nature and turn their back on the natural way. They are the wayward ones who do not hesitate to pull the trigger, even when they speak the same language as the object of their slaughter. Yes, child. I know you can protect yourself, and that you are far fleeter of foot than they. Do not worry. No one shall harm you again. Ah, how time flies. I should get back to sorting through that pile of treasure. I should have enough time to get everything in order before the weasel thief arrives. What do we have here? Ah, that goes in this pile.
Decided by destiny.
Oh, look! There's that weasel thief again! And it's right next to Lauma! Huh? It took off!
Come here. our little friend asked me to pass this Mora on to you.
Huh? Why would a weasel thief give her its Mora?
As I said, it greatly admires your treasure hunting abilities and wishes to join you in unearthing every treasure chest in this world. Consider this its deposit. When Mora is involved, a weasel thief never lies. Keep it safe. This coin represents an agreement between you and the weasel thieves. Or at least, this weasel thief. I wouldn't worry. I know I said it's an agreement, but I believe it just wants to make friends with you. It didn't know what kind of gift you'd like, so it chose to give you its favorite thing. Please do. If you're interested in taking up the offer, leave some dried lacca berries by your pillow when you get home. It's very fond of those. Not too many, of course. It might struggle to burrow its way home if it eats too much. If you're interested in taking up the offer, leave some dried lacca berries by your pillow when you get home. It's very fond of those. This book belongs here, I think. Huh. There's one missing. That's strange. Claw marks on the shelf. And feathers. I bet one of the puffins took it to use as a cushion again. Ugh, those little rascals. I need you to head back into the woods and see if anyone has a book in their nest. If you find it, please bring it back, and tell whoever took it that they can come to me if they'd like a cushion to sit on. We need to make some more cushions. I think we're going to need everyone's help.
Did I put that book?
There. All better. Next time, if it's too heavy, don't try and lift it. Acting tough isn't going to solve anything. Now, if you injure yourself again, or if there's an emergency, you know where to find me, okay? Off you go now. Oh, actually, one moment. Take this twig. I picked it up by the roadside. It seems nice and sturdy. Of course. And do tell your friends that they're always welcome here if they need a warm place to stay. I know the weather's been quite cold lately. Well, I think we can now say that the Grand Library is complete. Next, we'll need to find somewhere to put the bird stands, cushions, and deposit boxes. Ah, hello there, traveler, Paimon. Thanks to your help, the library repairs are basically complete. It's really starting to look the part.
What about that other stuff you just mentioned? Are you planning on putting all that in the library too?
Yes. That said, it's too big of a job for me to handle alone. I was planning on getting some of our more skilled artisans to help out. The Grand Library is open to humans and animals alike. Since we have furniture for humans to sit down on, there should naturally be some for the animals too.
kind of makes sense.
Those are the ones I used to use when the little animals came to talk to me about their struggles. I'd originally planned to make some new ones, but some of the animals are nostalgic for the older items.
Wait, animals tell you their struggles? Like a therapy session? Kinda sounds like an ice bathhouse for animals.
This is one of my duties as moon chanter. I would not call it hard work. And it's true. All living things have a need to feel heard. I have always encouraged everyone to come to me without reservation, whatever troubles they may be facing. Hiding your thoughts deep in your heart will not solve anything. In fact, it often makes the problem worse. Oh, well, I've never looked at the numbers, but my sense is that the animals consult me more often. After all, my daily routine is more or less the same as that of my people, and they don't usually come during work hours. It's only when I have free time that I get the occasional human visitor. Animals, on the other hand, lead very different routines from us. Chic badgers tend to visit in the early morning hours, while ibises often drop by after sunrise. Finches come in flocks during the afternoon, chirping and chattering away. The rhyme-horned deer visit at dusk, mostly alone, though sometimes with one or two friends. And once night has fallen, I get the odd weasel thief burrowing into my home.
Oh, but that leaves you with no time to yourself at all.
It truly is. There was one time when a weasel thief stole some pine cones that a group of finches was hoarding. It must have been around 20 finches that flew to my bedside in the dead of night to protest the transgression. I had to ask a sniffer mole who I'd just been chatting with to invite the weasel thief over. It took a lot of work to convince it to reveal where the pine cones were. By the time all parties were satisfied and ready to leave, the sun was up. I slept in till past noon that day.
Phew. My mom would have given up and gone back to sleep long before you did. And probably pulled a blanket over her head first to block out the noise.
Since they'd taken the trouble to come to me, I felt I had a duty to help them. And the results made it all worthwhile. After getting everything off their chests, the finches went back to happily hopping around, and the weasel thief went off in search of new, exciting treasure. But humans are less forthcoming than animals. Too often, they hide their true feelings in the deepest corners of their hearts. Even those who come to me for guidance, I feel as if they tell me only part of the story, leaving out what truly burdens their soul. Perhaps they are unwilling to say it out loud, to face the real issues head on. Human society often encourages people to hide their true selves. It is not dissimilar to the way that some butterflies hide away in a withered leaf and camouflage their wings to match their environment. Social interactions between humans can be complex and difficult. Everyone has their way of coping, and I don't judge them for it. Nonetheless, suppressing one's true feelings can easily lead to melancholy and depression. Deep-seated issues like that are difficult to resolve, no matter what advice I give. So I had an idea. I thought, what if I could find a way to bring complicated human minds and straightforward animal ones together? Maybe by spending some time around each other, both could experience a new perspective. It was with that in mind that I renovated the Grand Library and turned it into what it is today, spacious and well-ventilated, and open to humans and animals to come and go as they please. Except maybe on rainy days, when they're looking for shelter. But the rest of the time, people can visit whenever they want, to spend time with the animals, browse books, rest, and enjoy the sun. And perhaps the company of our dear animal friends, who will not be driven away by anything they say, might encourage people to open their hearts and share the truth of what lies within.
Wow, you really put a lot of thought into this library renovation. Oh, it sounds great to Paimon. Hugging fluffy animals, lounging in a chair all day without a care in the world. Just thinking about it makes Paimon feel all warm and fuzzy.
Of course. Your assistance with the renovation works was invaluable. It should go without saying that the Library of the Frost Moon Scions shall always be open to you.
So good.
these edible?
More treasure, more treasure!
Hurry up, Brassa!
Ah!
Blazing delight!
La la la.
Yeah! Yeah!
You're not here looking for work, are you? Words? Okay.
Silence!